welcome back to my bench. I've never actually done one of these before, but people seem to like them. I know I do. I'm going to do a mailbag. I don't generally do mailbags because I don't get enough stuff in to do that, but we're going to see what I got. I got, what, 3 things. I suppose it's going to be a short mailbag. So, let's start with this one. Okay, we'll start with this one. We'll put these somewhere else on the floor. Not behind the... I really need a new chair. This one is getting loud. Alright, so this one, DHL. Yeah, DHL. And we basically just going to open this up and find out what it was. This one, I kind of know what it is because it has right on here. It's from Seed Development, and it was supposed to be delivered last Friday. It wasn't, and then they turned around and said they'd deliver it yesterday, and they didn't, and it finally came in today when it's Tuesday, but here it is. So let's open it up and find out what we got. Are there any rippy things? Nah, we'll just cut. Alright. Yeah. Okay. I think I need a new razor blade. This was 100% an experiment on my part. Just wanted to see what this low price would get you. I had a need for a particular thing, and so I sat down and developed a board for my thing, and I did it all in what I do it in KiCad, KiCad, and that was just a couple of weeks ago, and I got them in today. Let's take a look at these guys and see how they look. Alright. Well, they're pretty. They're heavy. Let's zoom in a little bit. So what we got here is a board I developed, and what it does is it takes a continuous input like a closed switch and gives you a momentary output of about 1/4 of a second. And this thing, as I found out later, is extreme overkill. Let's go through this real quick. I mean, there's really not that much to it. Basically, you've got 10-pin header over here. These two, 1 and 10, are grounds. They're connected. 2 is your voltage input, or is it? No. Yeah, no. 2 is... yeah, 2 is your voltage input. I don't have the schematic in front of me. 3 is 8 volts out. 4, yeah, 4 is part of the relay, and the rest of them are the relay outputs for what we've got. If I can, I'll put it in the video here. I'll show a schematic of it. It's nothing secret about this thing. I just wanted to see how well these boards came out and how well I could design something, and quite frankly, it's crap. Let's get you down here, bring you back out some, and bring you in some, and see if I can show you. There are traces on this board that are just way too close together. If we look at this, look at the gap here going between this and this. It's absolutely terrible. There's the clearance is ridiculous or none. That one's okay. These are okay. That one's really close. Let's see. These are, and this is all through hole. I didn't try to do this in get this off of here and put this down here. There's kind of too much going on. I didn't try to do this on service mounts. Basically, this takes a 74 121, and on the top, now this isn't terrible up here, but you sure can't tell it was auto routed. For me, that's the hardest part, is doing the routing. One thing I do want to find out though is I had to come up with because I had these guys, these little relays. This thing has a relay on it, and this is what I happen to have, and I had to make the new part in KiCad. And like I said, I am not good at this, but let's see if it actually will fit in the footprint that I made in KiCad, or KiCad, or however you're supposed to pronounce that. Alright. It goes this way. There's a little bit of solder on these pins. Hold on a second. I can't see what I'm doing under the camera. Ah. Well, it's a tight fit, I'll tell you that. Okay, hey, look at that. All right, it fits. It actually does fit. And the chip, of course, is going to fit because it's just a 14-pin chip. LEDs go over here, they'll fit. Hey, all right, so I'm going to have to put this together and see if it actually works. It's sort of a copy of an old radio station piece of equipment like this. I just needed a much smaller space to put it in, so I shoved it all down. And I didn't need that kind of connector on the output. But anyway, this is an old radio station thing from a company called Colorado Magnetics. This isn't in business anymore. Had to reverse engineer this thing, figure out what it was, and make a board for it. Anyway, that's what I got. We'll see if it works. That'll be another video. Okay. Alright, what's next? How about this? Oh, the reason I got these was, 10 of them for $4.66. I mean, come on, really? That's, for all intents and purposes, free. Alright, so what else we got here? Well, let's see what this says. This shipper's name is, I don't know, Shui Suhayan. It's from Hong Kong. Oh, this is for a thing that I am doing for a customer, or for a viewer, to repair a Orban Optimod 8200 with no output. These are output buffers, and I'll tell you what, these I had to find on eBay. I paid a ridiculous amount of money to get them shipped, because the guy wants this thing back in a reasonable amount of time, and I didn't want to wait around until the end of whenever to get them, so I paid for DHL, which was $20-some. Wow, DHL really packs things in so that you don't want to get into them. Alright, back there. And how is it put together? That looks about right. Y'all can laugh at me about my board if you want to. It was my very first attempt ever at making a board from scratch that wasn't a little perf board. Wow. Okay. They really love their tape. There we go. Tried to open the wrong side. So there is a method to this mailbags. Well, it's wrapped well, rewrapped well. And I'll leave those on because I'm going to have to look at these. I'll tell you what, when I figured out what was wrong with that Optimod, I realized after I went to try to find them that the parts that are in it were sold to Mr. Orban by a traveling salesman on his way through from Alpha Centauri, and they are ridiculously hard to find. But we'll see. Now, I must admit, I only ordered these like 4 days ago, so, and they're here already from China. These are used, but I don't care. And here they are. Hopefully they're still good. These are very hard to see this through this thing. I've never done this before. These are LT, there we go, LT1010CH output buffers. They're they're unique. Well, they're not unique, but for the day they were in the mid-80s. Basically, these take the output of an op-amp. In this case, an LF353, I believe, or 351, I forget. But they take the output of the op-amp and they buffer it so that you can drive a lot bigger load on the other end. And these are the last thing out of the Optimod facing the outside if you're on composite. There's one for each composite output left, number 1 and number 2. And they're the last things out there, so they see the lightning or the static electricity when it comes down and smacks into them, and away they go. Now, Orban did have a fix using a different part, but it looked pretty hokey to me, so I just decided I'd get these guys and see if they'll work, and that'll be a video too. And I've already got part of it done. Anyway, you'll see this before you see that, but hey, what the heck? Okay, back up. Alright, so here's those little guys. And then the last piece is this. Yeah, no addresses showing or anything. Good. This is something that came in from a viewer that he wants me to fix for him. He contacted me via my email and said, "Can you fix this?" I tried to fix it, and it kind of broke, but I just opened up the sides of it here. See how he's got it done. It's newspaper. It's paper. I have no idea. It's like really heavy newspaper. And new. It says COVID. It reminds me of going to wash my hands after I get done with this. And not touch my face. Okay. I told the guy, I said, you know, these things aren't worth fixing, but I guess this one has sentimental value of some sort. Does that look familiar? Yeah, it's a Walkman. FX52. Yep, you remember I did one of these already. And the guy went out and he got himself a new tape for it, or belt for it, and went to put it in, and I guess it kind of something fell apart on him, but he wants me to fix it for him. And here is the door, the little bitty screws, and this little connector right there. Can you zoom? Can you do that? Let's open this up. See if we can get that little connector out. This is not the connector I thought he was talking about. Interesting. Well, this is going to be an interesting fix. Whoa. Huh. Yeah. This is one of those little cinchy connectors that you put the flexible cable into. Unfortunately, it looks like it just came slap off the board. Wow, that might be an interesting repair. Yep, it pulls out that way, like that. And the battery door and a little tiny bag of screws. So, that's going to be fun to fix. What's he got to say here? There's a note. I haven't opened the note, so I'm not going to show it to you yet. It's a thank you note. Oh, okay. He says, thanks for agreeing to fix this. I've had it since my high school days and couldn't bear the thought of tossing it in the garbage, even after I fumbled my own attempt to repair it. Cool. Little Snoopy thank you card. And a little thank you gift. Oh, isn't that nice? It's a little Starbucks card. Yeah, it's wonderful. I like Starbucks. I generally won't go to Starbucks because it's too expensive. Anyhow, well, here's what we got. This is my version of my very first mailbag. Got a little Walkman to fix, and that's going to be a video for sure, because that's going to require doing that under the microscope. Yeah, buddy. Okay. My PC board's my first PC board attempt, which is going to be a video to see if it actually works. That's going to be interesting. And you can't find them unless you're on Alpha Centauri LT1010CH buffer amps for the output of the Optimod 8200 audio processor for radio stations, FMs. So there we go. There's my very first mailbag. Not bad. Looks like a lot of work. Anyhow, hey, thanks for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. And we'll, cheers. We'll see you next time. Good, strong coffee.